All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. Straight up energy reading for the full moon in Virgo. I've been waiting to pull on this. We're going to do a double animal deck here. All right, wild unknown. I know we call it the animal deck. Small one to clarify and a big one to do the reading. It's pretty. The reason is this is a pretty intense energy. This is a very powerful full moon here, and the energy lasts for a couple of weeks. You know, it sticks around. I will tell you a couple of things about it, and then we'll talk about this pre-shuffle where you'll see that kind of play out a little bit. This is an energy, and I'm going to isolate the moon energy here. Okay, it's affecting all the other. That will help explain why some of the other readings have come out the way they have. Okay, so isolating this energy of the full moon in Virgo, it is an energy where the message from the soul is getting to the brain very easily. Okay, very easily. The problem is, and what nobody else will tell you, that's probably a message a lot of people will have in their reading. It's very dreamy, soul energy. The soul messages are getting to the brain. Yes. But what most people won't tell you is the problem is it's bypassing the heart quite a bit in this energy. Virgo, a very practical sign. It's a very, earthy sort of thing. It's bypassing the heart a little bit. The heart is the translator. It's like Google Translate for the language that the soul speaks and the language that the brain speaks, which is different, okay? It's a bit like, without that, it's a bit like you're in a country where you don't speak the language, or you speak it just a little bit, okay? And you assume that you know enough to get around. The problem with that is you have to be careful, because the people in that country speak that language perfectly. And you might end up thinking you're asking somebody where the bathroom is, and you might end up insulting their mama. Okay, so at the end of the day, it's bypassing the translator. There's a lot of assumptions that are being made. Now that works in the positive, and I'll tell you guys this. You're going to have a lot of dreams under this full moon energy. You're going to have a lot of dreams. You're going to be able to interpret and understand those dreams instantly. If you spend too much time thinking about it, you'll lose it. You will know instinctively, intuitively, we'll say, instantly what the dream means, why you had the dream. I'm going to encourage you, and I'll tell you the incoming energy is not doing this because they're not listening to me. They're not here. I'm going to encourage you that, yeah, you may understand that dream perfectly and what it's trying to tell you instantly, like that. But I'm going to ask you to slow your roll just a little bit and apply. You're going to have to manually apply some heart energy to it, some empathy to it a little bit, okay? It's very important that you do that, because this side, the incoming energy, is not doing that. And there's a strong chance for communication. There's no doubt. It keeps coming up, all right? But it's an energy where, and I'll show you here, it's a general reading, may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason, blah, blah, blah. It's timeless. Right? I'm not a fucking time lord. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. Now, I asked the universe, give me the soulmate cycle with the influence, isolated, of the full moon in Virgo. Okay? This is just the surface energy. I've got someone here on the incoming energy, this King of Swords, my King of Truth, knows exactly what they want. They figure it out real fast, and they go for it. Now, this can relate to what we talked about, I think, in the Venus reading, about some people just blurting out things that, very emotional, that they can't take back, things like that. But just looking at the moon energy here, yeah, figure it out real quick and just acting on it. It's the kind of energy that suits, and I'll just jump ahead, the King of Wands perfectly. The King of Wands is somebody who never reads the instructions. They think they got it. They always do. It's a very ego-based energy. They think they got it. They think instructions are for wimps. Just like they think that being emotional or emotional vulnerability is for wimps, that kind of thing. It is that sort of energy where I'm encouraging you to check the instructions. They're not going to. They realize it. Here's the truth. I love this soulmate on the other side. This is communication and forward movement. Here's Page of Cups right here. Again, it's bigger energy than what they think it is. Someone here is going to learn real fast when this King of Wands shows up. When there's that Knight of Cups, they're coming in. There it is. But they might be a little bit disappointed by your reaction. They're overestimating it. They're not checking the instructions. So yes, I will agree with what most other people are probably going to say about this full moon. It is, the messages from the soul are reaching the brain clearly. But unfortunately, they're bypassing the heart translator a little too much. All right, so you want to be careful about that. This is a classic example of this kind of energy. Is just it's perfect. It's perfectly suited for the King of Wands. So you end up with a Burger King if somebody approaches. You end up with someone coming in very passionately who might be a little bit disappointed by your reaction to Four of Cups. You might be a little, maybe you should have thought about this a little more, kind of a thing. All right. But for you guys, I'm going to shuffle the deck, and I'm going to tell you, for you guys, pay attention to your dreams. You don't even need, in this energy, to keep a writing utensil next to the bed to write down your feelings. You don't need it in this energy. You will instantly know what it means. But I'm just asking that you apply a little heart before you act on that meaning. All right, that's all. All right, do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. All right. This first card out's before the cut. It's why the fuck are we here? So why the fuck are we here? Let's pull this reading. Let's go. It's enough yammering about this moon. But yeah. So there is, it's a beautiful energy. It's very dreamy and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, there is that bypassing of the heart chakra, that message. Someone who assumes they speak the language and ends up insulting someone's mother when they thought they were just asking to go where the bathroom was. You know, that kind of thing. All right, let's go. There's a lot of subtleties in language. There's a lot of subtleties in language that the soul speaks and what the brain understands. That's why you need the heart there to buffer it. It's a little bit missing in this energy. Just a little. Nah, I don't need to read the instructions. Nah, I don't need to go to Google Translate. I think I know what that word means. You think you know, huh? You think you know what the message means? Apply the heart to it. All right, card before the cut. Why the fuck are we here? Why the fuck are we here? Yeah, this is why. On the incoming energy, the Queen of Wands. Again, I had the King of Wands. Now I got the Queen of Wands. I've got someone here. Someone is acting on superficial data. Okay? Superficial. They're acting on assumptions. Can I put it that way? Queen of Wands often does that. Let me fix my mic. Sorry about any scraping. This reminds me of the club. Okay? It's not a Steve Love Tarot reading without a car analogy. This energy that's coming off here reminds me of the club. You know that thing you put on your steering wheel to deter thieves from taking your car? It's a wonderful thing, but it gets a lot of bad rap. People say, oh, it sucks, don't buy it. You read the comments on it, like if you buy it from Amazon, oh, it sucks, I had a car stolen, it's this, it's that. And I see them all day long. I walk down the street, and I see it all day long that people have them on the car wrong. And that's why your car is going to get stolen. They have it on it. Nobody bothered to read the instructions. They assume that they know how it works. And the problem with the club is about just taking some extra time. Time is not the friend of a car thief. Okay? It's a crime of opportunity. The club is about having extra time. The problem is everybody, 90% of people didn't read the instructions and they put the club on with the wheel facing straight. Okay? They just put it on. The tires facing perfectly straight. You could drive the car just fine. You might have to make wide left turns and wide right turns, but that ain't going to stop anybody from anything. If you read the instructions, you're supposed to kick the wheel 90 degrees, to the right. Just turn the wheel like that, and then put the club on. Then it's doing its job. Then nobody can drive. Then they have to cut the motherfucker off and take that time. It's a deterrent, right? So it catches a bad rap from people who just use it wrong, who just assume things. That's why this reminds me of the club. This is somebody figuring, I got it, I understand, I don't need the instructions. They're acting on superficial data, stuff, and making assumptions based on superficial data. Sort of like in the court of law, they might say, facts not in evidence. You know, acting on facts not in evidence. That's all they're doing. All right, so keep that in mind. That's what this side is doing. They don't know about the missing heart chakra translator. They just think they got it all figured out. And there's the King of Pentacles right there. Right? Somebody got their eye on the prize and they're not really thinking about it. This is your energies attached to this. This is the 8-point buck with rainbow antlers. They can't replace you, can't find you anywhere else. It might pop up in a dream for them. It's coming from their soul. You have a soul connection. So right there, boom, instantly they understand the feelings and they just go for it. They think they got it. Not bothering to consult the heart a little bit and see, you know, well, maybe I fucked up here, maybe I did this. So this explains a lot about why I said in the Mercury reading, you might not want to hear from them while Mercury is transiting Pisces, and which it's doing during the energy of this full moon. because and that's why they may not like your reaction. They might be disappointed if they do show up, because they're not thinking it through. They're not. They just got eye on the prize. Oh, I want that 8-point buck with rainbow antlers. Well, fine, but they're acting on superficial energy here. All right. So let's shuffle the deck. Let's see where we go here. Let's pull ourselves a reading. People do it all the time. The King of Wands energies and Queen of Wands energies do it all the time. I think they got it figured out. Those energies are dominant here. The reason we're here is one of those energies. The Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. I'll tell you. All right. The Burger King and the Burger Queen. All right. Give me a reading, universe. Everybody. All right. Let's go. Overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table is the Knight of Cups. And underneath the Knight of Cups is disappointment at your reaction. Somebody here is misjudging something. They're misjudging it. I mean, we got them coming. Yeah, they're going to dream about you. They're going to have those feelings. The message from the soul about your connection is reaching their brain. It truly is. In fact, here's the first card out because I saw it. I'll just throw it down. The energy around your connection is the Knight of Wands. An impulsive, ill thought out, brave, be it, yeah, maybe. But this is mostly just an impulsive, ill thought out action. Same kind of son of a bitch that might think, oh, I don't need to read the instructions. I'm fine. I got it. I see it. You just put it on the steering wheel. That's it. Right? No, there's another step if you don't want your car stolen. And there's another step here if they want you. And they don't want to get disappointed by your reaction. All right. So, this is the energy around your connection. Already on the table. This is how they're behaving in the 3D. In their life. This is their soul. This is the hidden energy, message from the universe, red with the energy of the connection, and right here's the potential final outcome. All right, I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I will clarify everything and throw some universe cards at the end. Bet your sweet asses there's going to be an extended. And I'm going to take this energy nice and slow. I'm going to make sure that I back translate it, that I apply some heart chakra here. Okay? All right. So far, everything I've said backed up by the 2 cards I have here. All right, here we go. How they're behaving in real life, in the 3D energies around them. 4 of Wands. It's someone who thinks they're walking a new path. It's someone who thinks they've found the proper 4 of Wands. Someone also wants out of, just without thinking about it, they want out of their structure of their life. They want to walk a new path. They think that they're doing the right thing, that they already are. Again, it's an interesting analogy. Think about it as they didn't read the instruction manual. You could even, if you don't like car analogies, you could think about it in The Greatest American Hero, that old TV show where he lost the instruction book to the super suit, but he started using it anyway. That's pretty much what's going on here. They're not really understanding what they're doing in this energy, because they don't understand what I told you. The heart chakra, the instruction manual, the translator is missing. It's not there. Or it is there, but you got to look for it. All right? I should say it's not missing, but it's just the messages from the soul are kind of bypassing the heart chakra and assumptions are being made. I feel it here with this impulsive energy. And I feel it here with somebody who thinks that they got it figured out, that they're walking a new path. Okay. Fine. We'll see what happens when we clarify. I do have a good shot in the next couple of weeks of somebody coming towards you. And again, you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. It might be the next month. I don't know for some of you, but let's pull on their soul. The soul of the incoming energy is here. It should be pretty strong in this moon energy. What's red with the, it's red with the Knight of Wands. The 2 of Swords. This is so funny. It's this block. It's this somebody who thinks they have it figured out. This is 2 Ace of Swords. Whenever this card falls here, either the soul is blocked or they're only listening to part of it. Both of these messages are important. They're only listening to one. Okay? So that's pretty much what's there. I wish I had a strength card here, but I don't. Maybe we'll get a strength card crossing this. That'd be really good because that would represent the heart chakra. It might mean that they at least learn a lesson here. I don't know. We'll see. What's the message from the universe? Red with the Knight of Wands. Tower. Again, somebody here is just going for it. It's an impulsive action. This is impulsive. It happens very quickly. It happens out of nowhere. You're sleeping. It's like an earthquake. You're sound asleep, and all of a sudden, your whole fucking house is shaking. And you're like, what the fuck's going on? Next thing you know, books are falling on your head, all kinds of, it's like that. It's a very impulsive action that they're taking. You might be shocked. I wouldn't put that in the title because I don't like clickbait, but you might be shocked that this person just shows up. Yeah. Under this kind of energy, or so they think. All right, what's the potential final outcome here? Red with the 4 of Wands. Remember the card before the cut? Queen of Wands? And here it is. Somebody here thinks this is red with the 4 of Wands. Queen of Wands. Somebody thinks they got it figured. The Queen of Wands, superficial. Acting on assumptions and superficial data. All right? That's it. Acting on assumptions. Think they got it all figured out. I proved that club thing to a friend of mine, thought they had it figured out. I said, you're putting it on wrong. And he said, no, I'm not. It's fine. You're just supposed to put it on the steering wheel. Really? Yeah, and then they can't drive the car. I drove his fucking car right around the block with that damn thing on the steering wheel. I didn't have any problems. I had to make a wide left turn, but I was all right. No problem. And then I showed him the proper way to do it. This person here, again, I'm giving a good advertisement for the club. I'm trying to bring it back. Everybody use it wrong. But at the end of the day, car theft is all about time. If you delay them, that's why cars that are covered, if you have a car cover, they don't usually fuck with it. That's too much time. They don't want to fuck with it. Unless they got an order for your car and they have to get it. They don't want to fucking bother with that shit. All right, but here, right here, just a little tip for you. Why not give you a car tip? Somebody here acting on superficial data. Superficial, all right? Making assumptions that they got it all figured out. That's communication for you from someone who just doesn't have a fucking clue here. Doesn't have a clue. All right, let's talk about it. Knight of Wands. I know you're going to get a lot of roses and rainbow readings from other people. Because most people, if they're pulling a reading or writing a horoscope, go on the usual, the standard things. Okay, full moon in Virgo, it means this. But and off they go. The problem is we're in all new energy right now. New cycles, new long-range cycles have started, and I've told you about all of it. And I've written about all of it in my blog. Nothing is the same. It's all new territory. So unless you actually read energy, you don't know. You don't have any idea. You're just going on the usual shit. The usual shit ain't happening. It's not. It's not happening with Mercury and Pisces. It's a very obscure part of that energy. It's not happening with anything. It's all very different now. So you gotta understand. Yes, the soul is reaching the brain very clearly, but it's skipping the translator a little bit. So you gotta backtrack and go back and check it out. Right? That's what they're not doing. Okay. Why is the Knight of Wands here? That's enough. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Tell me about it. The Lovers. Yep, I got it. I got this. I got it. I want that. With the Queen of Wands before the cut and the King of Pentacles, the 8-point buck, got it. Just going after the 8-point buck. Not even a consideration that if you were going to hunt an 8-point buck with rainbow antlers, it's such a unique animal, you might need a unique weapon. It's possible. Maybe your usual isn't going to work. Check it out. Research. Do something. That's all about the heart chakra. The heart chakra checks and translates. Did you get it right? Did you get the information right? The Lovers here, it's like a one-track mind. It's like, yep, want this. Love geese, just take off. Okay? All right. What's on top? Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands before the cut. It's everywhere. Here, there, everywhere. Superficial, acting on, it's just backing up my read. It's impulsive energy coming off of that. You can hear it in the tone of my voice, right? I have to swim in this energy to do the readings. So it's coming out here. Yeah, I got it. I got it. No problem, right? It's acting on assumptions and superficial energy, superficial data, just rash, impulsive. Why is the Queen of Wands here? 2 of Wands. Queen of Wands not real good on planning. This is a planning card. The more planning is required. Why is the Queen of Wands here? The Two of Wands. This is a card of setting intention and planning. Okay? More planning is required is what the universe is saying. It would be better if this were here like that. It would slow them down. So there's no planning happening here. Somebody sets the intention and go, go, go. Go, gadget, go. All right? That's it. Okay. All right. So far, the cards are backing up my energy read. And I probably sold a lot of clubs. All right, here we go. Four of Wands. It's true, people piss me off. They don't read the instructions and then they trash something. That pisses me off. It's a damn good item, I'll tell you. It'll do its job if you use it right. All right. Here we go, the Four of Wands. People are so arrogant. They think, oh, it didn't work for me. It won't work for anybody. That's why I hate reading reviews from people. My wife always tells me, well, before you buy that, check the reviews. Oh, fuck off. I'm not going to do that. Oh, yeah. Right. That's useless. Bunch of narcissists talking about how it didn't work for them. So I shouldn't get it. You know, it's fine. No, thank you. All right, the Four of Wands. I'm my own best friend. I heed my own counsel. I always encourage people to do that. If you are going to read reviews on items and things like that, whether it's in this energy or any other energy, be sure and take a look at how the person is phrasing things and what they're saying. You know, take a look. Is it useful information or is it just some idiot who didn't know how to work the damn thing? If it's something like that. Why is the Four of Wands here? No, everybody likes to shift blame. It's never their fault. The world is full of Burger Kings, blame shifters, right? I can do no wrong. I can do no wrong. Yeah. Four of Wands. Why is it here? Nine of Cups. Yeah, they think that they're going for it. The environmental energy is 9 cups. Somebody thinks they got it. Fine. I'm not going to repeat myself. What's on top? Justice. Now, the rash decisions that they're making, while it does seem to bring them your way, also benefit you in this soulmate cycle in some way, in that they're reacting knee-jerk reaction sort of on their side as well. Somebody here feels very righteous, very justified in their actions. And we talked about that same energy, I think, in the Mercury reading. I think that type of energy came up. Why is Justice here? Eight of Swords. Yeah. Not even a consideration. Again, I get sort of a card here. This is, what is it? It's like overthinking kind of energy coming off of that card. It's like an overthinking. Somebody here isn't. Why is Justice here? The Eight of Swords. Somebody didn't even think about it at all. Somebody just feels trapped in their current structure of their life and they want out of it. Again, we have to tie the energy in context to the Two of Wands, which is why the Queen of Wands is here. More planning is needed. More thought is needed on this. You don't really accomplish a lot of quality thought in the Eight of Swords anyway. Okay? So, all right. Very, this is a card that also can represent somebody who skips the instructions, somebody who thinks they got it figured out, somebody who just, overthinks it and either finds too many reasons not to do it or too many reasons to do something. That can apply too. Why is the Two of Swords here? Tell me about the Two of Swords. This is very interesting energy. It's like, it is a bit like language in a way. This is the soul, this is the ego area, the brain, if you will. A lot of times with languages, words can have double meanings, right? We have that all the time. If you don't understand the subtlety of the context of that, then you don't have it figured out. Then you are insulting somebody's mother when you think you're asking where the bathroom is. Even sometimes it can just be pronunciation, just one letter. Why is the Two of Swords here? Because there's two pieces of information, but because of the Queen of Wands, they're really listening to one. Why is the Two of Swords here? The Page of Pentacles. This is a very immature energy. A lot of that comes across emotionally immature on the DM side. Very, very, very emotionally immature. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what's on top here, how to translate that. Judgment. It's a resurrection energy. It's someone who probably has a dream. We'll just phrase it in a dream because it's a very dreamy energy, this moon. Probably has a dream, and they realize what it means instantly because that's part of the energy. They get it. They understand the feelings for you, and instantly they want a second chance. This card directly bookends the Queen of Wands, who is someone acting on impulse, acting on lack of data, superficial information, assumptions, and things like that. Wise judgment here. The King of Swords. Again, it all feels, I almost want to say it all feels very righteous to them in some way. But it's interesting how the universe threw this. This is my king of truth. It can be my king of action. But the King of Swords, we could safely say, does make a plan. It's someone who plans things out. You have to, it's like a general. You have to be good at strategy to be a general. You have to be good at strategy to be a king. And it directly bookends this Two of Wands. You know, I think what the universe is trying to tell them is more planning is needed here. All right? Maybe slow down a little bit. Again, the message from the soul is reaching the brain perfectly. Without that heart, without that heart chakra translating it, it's well, okay. It's kind of coming out wrong. All right, why is the Tower here? The universe threw us a Tower. This is separate from the reading. I mean, it is read with that, but this is us just, hey, tell me about the hidden energy. The hidden energy here is a Tower. I mean, why specifically is the Tower here? Why did you throw me the Tower? Why? Why did you throw me a Tower? Oh, wow. The Page of Pentacles. It is. It's what I said about the Strength card here. I said maybe we'll get a Strength card here, which might indicate they learn a lesson from all this. This is all happening. I think on their side, they're about to learn a very important lesson about blowing up your Four of Wands, blowing up your world based on what you think you have figured out. In other words, you make damn sure you've got it figured out before you blow up your world on it. There's a lesson here. This is a karmic lesson for somebody, the incoming energy. So whoever's attached to you. What's on top? The Nine of Cups. Yeah. Again, this is read with the Queen of Wands. It's saying the same thing. Saying the same thing the Nine of Cups was when it was crossing here. It's just, it's a one-track mind. It's, I got all the information I need. Yeah, I got it. They want that. They're going for it. Eye on the prize. Again, same type of energy. Why is the Nine of Cups here? The Moon. Again, it's a lesson in making sure that you're not acting on superficial data. Making sure you're acting on all the data. Making sure you read the instructions. Making sure, just double checking, right? It's a lesson on what happens when we act impulsively on soul energy that isn't translated by the heart. It's the same kind of thing if we were to apply it to language, that it's a lesson in not assuming you speak someone's language and just saying shit without checking what you're saying first. Okay? Like that. It's like that. So, our final outcome is the Queen of Wands. All right? It is communication here. That means a good number of you might run into a new soulmate, maybe, or a long-lost runner, maybe. But it's all very... I can understand why they might be disappointed by your reaction. Well, it's possible. We talked about that in the Mercury reading. I said during the transit of Mercury in Pisces, you'd be better off not hearing. And I knew this full moon would play some kind of role in this energy and blend with it perfectly. Or maybe not so perfect. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Why? What's the final on this? The Magician. Smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors energy of the Magician. Sleight of hand. Misdirection. Misdirection. Why is that here? Oh, look. My little page. I think you throw them for a loop. This is that energy right now. It's similar to what I was just talking about a bit ago. Okay? Where I said a lot of people that are pulling readings right now. This is the kind of energy that we're in right now where you find out who the real deal is and who someone just, probably a very nice, well-meaning person just throwing some cards. The standard, all the rules are out the window. We're in new energy, right? Old tricks don't work anymore. Old things don't make, things are playing out a little bit differently now, okay? You could take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I don't really care. I mean, I'm here to offer a point of view here on my channel. I'm telling you what I know to be true and what has been proved to me in recent weeks and months to be true. So that being said, this is about someone's old tricks not working. The thing, and it applies to this person, these incoming energies, these King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Burger Kings, Fakey McFakerman kind of energies. Their old tricks aren't working. The things that usually work for them aren't, and it knocks them back a little bit. Okay, it's like a magician who's usually pretty good at, you know, card tricks and stuff, but it's not working. He asks, "Is this your card?" And you say, "No, it's not." Oh, okay. And the magician reacts like that, like, "Really? Are you sure?" You know. Because I've been doing this trick 20 years, you know. So again, and it applies across the board. I want to say, old tricks aren't working for you either. And they're not working for me either. All right? So that's how I know the energy has changed. Because things that I usually do and get away with and things like, I'm not anymore. So that being said, somebody here's taken aback. Because they figure they got it all figured out. They figure, I'm good. That, you know, man, they're not. Sort of like somebody who thinks they got the club figured out and come out the next morning and their car is stolen. Well, that didn't work. That thing's a piece of crap. Well, you didn't read the instructions. Car perfectly drivable with the wheels pointing forward. Duh. All right. What's on top here? The High Priestess. Oh, there's a hidden energy here. Why is the High Priestess here? Before I open my big mouth. The Death card. Everything I just said. Everything I just said. That's transformation. Why is the High Priestess here? Because again, there's the energy underneath is different. Everything is different. Everything's changed. This is a flowing High Priestess. It's not secrets. It's just a hidden. There's an energy underneath everything that's very, very different. It's very new. It's very different. The old energy is gone. It's new energy here. Old tricks don't work. Whether it's old, oh, well, Mercury's in Pisces, so it means this. Not necessarily in this new energy. You can't just go to your little chart book and go, okay, yeah, the last time it was in Pisces, it did this, this, and this. The last time we had a full moon in Virgo, it meant this. It's different. It's all different. All of the energies, some major cycles have changed, what I call long cycles, and some short cycles have changed recently. We've talked about all of it. All right? So, that being said, yeah. You've got someone coming towards you going to be very, as I told you in the pre-shuffle, and in the cards here, in the overall energy, very surprised by your reaction. Yeah, very surprised. Very surprised by your reaction. 4 of Cups underneath it. A lot of disappointment. This is a disappointing energy here, typically, and that's disappointment with the 4 of Cups. So, again, there's a chance for communication here, but somebody's going to be a little surprised that they don't have it all figured out. Maybe your reaction is different. Maybe you're in a different place. Maybe you're not as into them as they thought. Maybe you've moved on. I don't know. Or maybe they're just surprised by your reaction because they're being very emotional with you and you're like, you're in disbelief. You're not sure you can buy it. You're skeptical. Who knows? It could play out 1,000 different ways. I'm just telling you. Okay? I'm just giving it to you straight. What this energy is. Yes, under this moon, the message from the soul gets to the brain very easily. But it's bypassing the heart chakra. So you guys are going to want to double back and add a little heart to it. Just process it a little bit. Okay? That's it. Let's pull, I tell you what, let's go back to the original deck and let's pull 3 more cards and a bottom card and see what else the universe wants to tell you. What else you want to tell the viewers here? It is what it is. Everything's very different. Very, very different. Things are changing very quickly. March is going to be very interesting. I'm going to do my write-up on March sometime in the next couple of days. I encourage you to read it. And it's going to be very interesting. Actually, it's a terrific month. I mean, it stands to be. But there's always a but, right? We'll see. Anyway, I'll do the write-up on it in a couple of days, and then we'll get into the March readings next week sometime. All right, let's go. What else you want to tell everybody before I go pull some wicked voodoo in the extended here? You know what I don't have on the table? A devil. And I need one. There should be one here. There should be a 7 of Swords, at least. And there isn't. I think the universe is trying to teach everyone a lesson. Okay? Not you. I'm here I'm letting you know about the energy. So you already know about the missing heart chakra, so you'll double back. But is this incoming energy here? There's a lesson to be learned in glazing over data, glazing over the facts, acting on assumptions, thinking you got it all figured out. It's like that number one rule of philosophy. The moment you think you've got it all figured out, you just proved you know nothing, yet you don't. Nobody ever thinks they got it all figured out. Nobody got it all figured out. Hell, I haven't even scratched the surface yet, and I got a lot of stuff figured out. I'm not going to have time in this lifetime to figure it all out. I may not have time in the next 5. Page of Cups, King of Wands, 8 of Cups. And the King of Wands and the base energy is crossed by the 6 of Cups. Yep, somebody is coming in. But the reason they're coming in is because you're moving away from them. And we talked about this in a recent reading. Was it a cure for cancer reading? I don't remember. I said something to the effect of, they feel your energy slipping away. Yeah, they do. They feel your energy slipping away. That may be the epiphany that they have here with this King of Swords type energy that we had in the pre-shuffle and right here in the soul. Could be. But either way, you just need to keep moving in this energy. All right, just keep moving along. I think also for some of you, they might be surprised by your reaction because you view this connection with whoever this is. It might be an older energy that's been attached to you a while, as 8 broken cups. And I think under this energy, if that's the case, if that's you, under this energy, they might assume they just roll in and your pants just fall off. You know, hey, why wouldn't they be glad to see me? You might not be. Again, they might be very surprised. Anyway, across the board, old tricks aren't working anymore. They're not. And don't let that surprise you. It's time to learn some new tricks. It really is, under this new energy. We've been seeing the World card a lot in readings, and that's an indicator of a lot of the new energy that's around. Okay, things are playing out very differently than they used to. That's your reading. I mean, that's what I got. I'm going to pull some wicked voodoo on this. I'm going to pull on the epiphanies they're having, but I'm going to pull on the King and Queen of Wands energy quite a bit. I'll pull on this energy for you. I'll open with you, and I'll do a pyramid reading. All right, we'll see. Either way, a lot of you can expect some incoming energy here for sure. Ill thought out as it is. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, the link's in the description. I definitely do. I'm very curious where the devil lives here. That's it. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, good luck.